Like your most embarrassing moment in middle school, like someone pantses you and you're wearing like Hello Kitty underwear because yours weren't clean.
That sounds like that's from experience. That's really specific.
Wait. Would you rather go through life unable to forget anything, or go through life unable to remember anything?
Dang. Go through life. What a question similar to this.
I like this question because it's like, you know, if you've been through some trauma in the past, you know, you could choose to forget it. It's like a It's like a reflective question. Like, what have you been through? If you haven't been through some serious trauma, you'll probably want to remember everything. You know, you'll probably want to learn from your past and all that. But if you've been through some stuff that, like, you know, a family member died in a gruesome way, or you saw a terrible car accident, like, there's some stuff you just don't want to see. But I think for the sake, because I'm a scientist, I'll have to say that it's better to remember everything. Because you can't learn from your past if you don't remember it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, you could have like a mental illness from, like, there are people who actually have cognitive disorders where they can't forget anything and they go insane after a time.
Dude, that sounds like a nightmare, not being able to forget anything. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like your most embarrassing moment in middle school, like someone pantses you and you're wearing like Hello Kitty underwear because yours weren't clean.
That sounds like that's from experience. That's really specific.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even have like a forget anything.
I know there's an embarrassing story that you don't want to remember anymore.
Oh, I have a million.
Let's hear one.
I don't really care though. Okay, let's see. What's embarrassing? Yeah, actually, we should get into that instead. What's your most embarrassing like story?
No. I asked you first. You gotta answer first. Let's not.
I need to think of one first. What's my most embarrassing moment? Dude, I can't even think of one. I don't really feel embarrassment. Does that sound weird?
That's cap.
Really feel embarrassment.
That's straight cap.
Oh, okay, well that's not.
I think everyone does to a level, but it's like personal.
Yeah.
You know, like you could be embarrassed because you're really good at something and then you mess up.
I mean, yeah, that's not true. Technically, I feel embarrassment. I just don't feel like that much. Like I just don't care that much. I don't know. I mean, I guess like falling in front of like a whole stadium when you're hurdling is pretty embarrassing, right?
Yeah, that can be, especially in a meet. Yeah.
But like I didn't feel embarrassed though. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Like I was more mad that like I didn't perform or that I ate shit. I was more mad about that instead of like embarrassed. Cause like, I mean, if you're a hurdler, like you just know like that's just part of the game. It's not really embarrassing. I don't know. Maybe like when I
never fell in hurdles ever.
Really?
Never.
Yeah, I've eaten shit.
I went under a hurdle one time.
Wait, how?
Because I mistimed my steps. I just mistimed my steps and I just ducked under it. I don't know how I did it. And I finished the race. The rest, like, it was like the third hurdle. I messed up my step. I just ducked under it real quick. And then I like 5-step the next one. And then I like got up to a 3-step and it was like a 20-second time. It was terrible.
That's hilarious.
But I got through it.
That's crazy. I guess eating shit. Or just like when I used to hoop in high school, just like airballing. That's pretty embarrassing.
See, I saved myself from embarrassment. I know I can't hoop. I just don't even shoot the ball.
Are you like really uncoordinated like when it comes to basketball? I feel like you're like
I'm not uncoordinated. Like I could defend you. I could guard you.
Exactly.
You know, you'll probably score on me because like I don't know the ins and outs of the game.
You're like the football guy that plays basketball.
Yeah. I'm like athletic. I can defend. I can probably dunk. I can dribble okay. I actually dribble better with my left hand for some reason, even though I'm right-handed. But I just, you know, I never shoot, so that like feeling is just so foreign to me. I have no touch, you know. I throw hard, not accurate.
Yeah. I guess another one, just like throwing up in front of like your teammates.
Oh, after a hard workout, but that's like at the same time that's like a badge of honor, you know. Unless like
that's how I see like falling in hurdling.
But if you're dogging it, like let's say like it's a part of the tryout to run a mile under 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're coming in at like 7:30 yakking and everybody else made the time, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. And you're yakking up like candy corn or something. We actually had that one kid in my high school team. We had tryouts, literally that exact scenario. I think we had to make it under 7 minutes though, a little bit easier. And he didn't make the time. He was like 15 seconds long, like 7:15, and he threw up after, and it was candy corn.
Dude, what? What is he eating candy corn?
Yeah, he was a senior too. He was a senior.
Nah, that's crazy. Would you rather have professional art skills or a photographic memory? I'm choosing photographic memory. That's way cooler. That's way rarer. Like, so many people could draw. So many, like, when we're saying art, it's not necessarily drawing. I mean, maybe like music and shit. I think,
Yeah.
dude, photographic memory would be crazy. Like, super advantageous. I mean, same with being really creative or like being really artistic, but you're just like a number in like a bajillion people if you're really good at art. Photographic memory, you're like what? One in like a couple, like thousands, like no more than like 100,000 people on the earth have like true photographic memory, right?
Yeah, I don't even know. I think people just have it selectively sometimes. The brain just makes correlations.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, the other thing I've heard is that there's no such thing as true creativity in humans. We always mimic something. Like, there's always, you know, you're taking something as a building block and you're manipulating it to get what you want. You take something that's good. You're never just creating something from nothing.
There's always some inspiration behind it.
Yeah, it's never just out of the blue. Like, you've always, like, even if someone's creative, they're taking some concept that doesn't relate to something and tying it in because they're taking elements, you know. I don't know, but that's a valuable skill too. That's like out of the box thinking, right? Like,
that's actually a really good point. Have you seen, like, there's like these videos where essentially on TikTok it shows like where like instrumentals come from or like any type of beat, and it's like,
I haven't seen that. No.
So many songs that you don't even realize like they're not
the
really
same
original.
Beat.
They're just sampled.
The
from,
same
like,
chords over and over, the same pattern. Yeah.
It's crazy. So that's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, and on top of that, like, to go off of
hard to be original.
The music thing, like, you have to think about how long we've been around on this planet.
Right.
How many people are here.
Right.
How many people are trying to make music every day.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to be original. There's a lot of sounds out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still haven't chosen, though. I think I gotta go with...
No way you could go with art. No way. Photographic memory is crazy.
I think I have to go with photographic memory.
Right.
It's just too valuable.
Yeah. That is like,
there's no reason not to.
Wild.
Like, it's gonna save you so many times. Whereas artistry, like, you can make money with your art, but
dude, photographic memory, like, it's like the things you can do is unlimited in my mind. Like, anything you want to learn, you just read it once and
but are you really learning it though, or are you just recalling it? Right? Because, like, let's say...
Okay, that's a good point.
Like, if I'm taking a physics test, right, and I read the physics textbook, you know, I'm going to remember, like, oh, I seen this equation on this page, and I may even be able to remember, like, everything on that page and read it, but I'm still going to have to, like, process it and then apply it to this problem in order to do it.
That is a really good point.
So it's not like a cheat code, you know. You still have to, like, have the knowledge, but it's definitely going to, like, save you. You know, because how many times are you on a test like, oh, I just can't remember that one thing, and it's like you can see everything else, but it's like right there, just the fog. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
But I still think it's. I guess that. To be fair, yeah. I mean, what's the point of photographic memory if when you just have Google? The answer to everything is literally on Google.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you know.
How is photographic memory useful outside of like just standardized testing?
If you're a witness to a crime.
When is that gonna happen in your life? Once?
If you're... Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna... Okay, you convinced me.
Maybe it's not as valuable as we think.
Yeah, I was... Okay, because you clarified. You're right. Photographic... I didn't think that far. Photographic memory is just... having a picture in your mind, not
so what you're thinking of, and it kind of goes along the lines. Have you seen the movie Limitless?
Yes, that's one of my.
That drug NZT. So every time someone ever asks me the question of like what superpower would you pick, I always pick perfect recall, because that is the best superpower ever. And that is what you were trying to describe. Perfect recall is where someone tells you something and you instantly understand it. It instantly goes into your like long-term memory. Like, you can learn a language just by having someone say every single word in that language and then in English right after, and then you'll just like have this vocabulary of all the words in your head. You know what I mean? Like, it's just there.
That is one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah, it was a movie and a show. They did a show too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I fell in love with the idea. Like, what if I could just like give me one wish from a genie, bro?
Yeah.
Give me one wish. I wouldn't wish for money. I wouldn't wish for anything because you could just do anything with that. It's the best.
It's unlimited potential. Like the ending of that movie
Literally.
too is essentially confirming that, but I don't want to give it away. Yeah, it's so cheesy.
Would you rather have people respect you for your good deeds or for your power?
I mean, just off the bat, cliche thing, good deeds. I mean, what's so good about being known for being powerful?
People fear you, people respect you, people give you things. But at the same time, if they respect you for your power, they could be actively plotting against you too, right?
Yeah, I mean, just on the surface level, without me deep diving, I'm just thinking like, what's the negative? There's no negatives if everyone thinks you're somebody that does good deeds versus if somebody thinks you're known for being powerful, like automatically like half the people just aren't gonna like you.
That is very true.
Right? That's a pretty valid point.
That is true.
Not literally half, but like you see where I'm going with.
Yeah, people are gonna like you just because you're more powerful, or people are not gonna like you just because you're more powerful than them.
Right. Now when it comes to good deeds, any rational person, reasonable person without like some sort of mental illness is gonna think you're a good person. So that's at least like
that is true.
90% of people.
I would argue that you might get more positives potentially out of being powerful or like being respected for your power, but there's probably more negatives associated with it. So it's like higher risk, higher reward type of thing.
Right. That's a really good point. Right. You're on double ends of the spectrum instead of just being in the middle. Like,
yeah.
Not in the middle for good deeds, but more just like on a scale of 1 to 100, 0 to 100, you're on like a 75 with the good deeds, and then for power, you're either 0 or 100 to people.
Yeah, it's very polar. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for that reason, I have to go good deeds too.
Same.
Yeah.